Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Sorry I haven't been posting much recently, just been super busy, but in today's video I'm going to be trying to come up with my conclusion to whether the road or track is faster for 5Ks and 10Ks. So I'm going to head out for a run now, and we're going to see if we can come to the end of or settle this big debate: is road or track faster? So guys, I'm back from the run, did 10 miles, 16 kilometers at 4 minutes per kilometer, just a nice easy run this morning, but it wasn't without any drama. For those of you who have an iPhone, you know if you click the power button 5 times, it emergency calls the police. So midway through the run, I've got my music stopped, and it comes up saying, which emergency service do you require? And I was like, oh my god, I'm sorry, I've misdialed. And it's also emergency called my parents as well. So they were calling me panicking, wondering if I was okay. I was absolutely fine, I was just on a run. But obviously when they answer the phone and I'm a little bit out of breath because I've just run up a hill or whatever, they think that something bad's happening because I'm and they're going, you're right. So yeah, it's nice to know they care. Not that I didn't know that already, but yeah, so very eventful run today. But yeah, I'm gonna do some stretching and then we'll have a little chat about is track or road quicker. So guys, this video is going to be kind of divided up into 2 parts. I'm not really sure how it's going to go, so just bear with, basically sit back and just watch the mess unfold. So we're going to start off and we're going to talk about why road could be quicker, and then we're going to talk about why track could be quicker. There's a couple of things, kind of like parameters for this kind of debate, if you like. Firstly, you guys have got to give your opinions in the comments. I'd like to hear your guys' opinions. Preferably if you've run on both, that's really important, because if you haven't run on both, it's hard to give like a fair judgment, if that makes sense. And also we're going to be judging road courses that are legal for world records. So you can't include something like Boston Marathon where the start and the finisher is just a straight line basically. And also courses that have a reasonable elevation. And we're not going to be comparing hilly courses to track because that's just a no-brainer. Everyone knows that a track is going to be much quicker than a hilly road course. So we're going to try and compare kind of flat courses, or as flat as can be, the courses that are actually kind of feasible to do, something like Battersea Park, which I did back in February. So yeah, I just thought it'd be a bit of fun. Keep it as a friendly debate in the comments. Please do not be roasting people if their opinion is different to yours. Like, it's just unnecessary. But friendly debate is absolutely what this video is all about. And also, sorry that I haven't been posting videos regularly recently. I've just been super busy. I'm going to try and keep it regular again, but life's just getting a bit hectic at the moment. I've got loads of exams coming up and I'm running loads. So the more I run, the less time I've got to film videos about running, because I can't always film what I'm doing. And I do want to concentrate on what I'm doing at the same time. So anyway, let's get into this. So guys, the first point I've got about why I think road could be quicker than track is the fact that you can wear carbon plated shoes. Something like the Vaporfly Next Percent 2s, Alpha Flies, Takumi Sen 8s, Adios Pro 2s. These are all shoes that are meant to give you anything between 2 and 4% worth of extra efficiency and reduce those times by 2 to 4%. Whereas obviously on the track they're banned. So that's one reason why I think that road could be quicker. You've got these shoes that are definitely meant to aid your efficiency. And I know that spikes definitely change the way you run. They get you more forefoot running, which is meant to be more economic. But I think also the spikes definitely do take it out of your legs. You're not going to be able to run anywhere near as far in spikes as you would be able to in super shoes. So yeah, I think super shoes are a definite benefit to being able to run on roads. And yeah, that's reason number 1 why I think roads could be quicker. So guys, the second reason why I think roads might be quicker is the fact that you can have courses that have a lot less bends, a lot more straights. Something like Battersea Park, for example, is basically the same sort of shape as the track, but obviously it's much longer. So the straight is about, I don't know, a kilometre long, something similar to that. So there's no bends in that. You don't have to change direction. You don't have to lean. There's there's a lot less kind of change in direction. All of your movement is forward. I know people would say that tracks are like the bend is so shallow that it shouldn't really change your running style too much. But I definitely think that road courses where you can just run in long straight lines definitely make it quicker. Pardon me. So So yeah, that's the second reason why I think roads could be quicker. Third reason why I think roads could be quicker, guys, is the fact that there is, in my opinion, there's just a lot more road races, especially peak road races. So if you want to run a fast marathon, you've got marathons all across the world, all kind of at all times of the year. So whereas if you want to run a quick track 10K, you've kind of only got like, I don't know, like half the year to do it. So I think it just gives you a much better opportunity to be fit and injury free at a certain point, and then just tackle kind of like times and run quick. Basically, I guess it makes sense just to keep this fair. So we just compare 5Ks and 10Ks on track to 5Ks and 10Ks on road, because no one's running marathons on track unless you're an absolute nutter, to be honest. 105.5 laps. That does not sound good to me. But yeah, so if you like, there's 10Ks everywhere. Like, I could literally go on my phone right now and find a 10K this weekend. Doesn't matter where it is in the country, I could do it if I wanted to. But if I wanted to find a track 10K this weekend, I would be seriously surprised if there is one in the UK. There's so much more scarcity. So yeah, that's the third reason why I think road could be quicker than track. It's just the fact you've got so many more opportunities to run. And you can basically just keep like pounding the roads. Like you could race every single weekend if you were that way inclined, and eventually you would PB. Like, it's just going to happen at some point. Whereas track races, they're a lot more few and far between. So yeah. So guys, reason number 4 is that on the roads, I think the pacing teams are much better. You saw with similar, and I know we're not going to talk about marathons, but similar to Kipchoge's sub 2 hour attempt, you have a pace car, you can have pacers that are kind of included by the event to help the athletes run quicker. So I don't know if any of you guys saw the ASICS Meta Speed Trial or whatever they've called it, and that was a road 5K, and they had paces there to help Mokatir run. I think it was 13:20 in the end, which is just absolutely bonkers. Like, it's absolutely rapid. And as much as I know that the records are faster on a track, like if you compare the world records road to track. Sorry if you can hear the parrot. I think he's mimicking some sort of dying animal. But yeah, so I just think that, so especially having that pace car, it just makes it so much better, because you can see the time the whole way around. You just look at the clock, you can run basically looking at the clock if that's what you wanted to do. And I know that a track has a clock every lap or every 200 meters. I just think having a pace car or a pace cyclist, specifically as a pace car, just makes it so much easier to run quick. You can keep ticking off those miles, those Ks, and stick to your goal basically. So yeah, that's reason number 4 or 5. I've lost count now, but yeah. So guys, reason number 5 is that on the roads, I think the mental game is a lot easier to handle. You haven't got to do 25 laps of the same thing. You can do a 1 lap route, a 2 lap route. I think that mentally is just so much easier to cope with. So in terms of kind of fighting yourself in a race, I think it's so much easier to dig in for those last 2K in a road race than it is for like a track race. Because I don't know about you guys, but if I get into the last 5 minutes of a race, call it almost 2K of a 10K, I'm going, okay, I can hold on for 5 minutes, that's fine. But if I'm on a track race, I'm going, I still got 5 laps to do. That seems to me like such a more of a mental hurdle to overcome. So I think road racing and road running is a lot easier in terms of the mental battle that you've kind of got to put up with. So 10 kilometers on the road is far easier in my opinion than 25 laps on the track. But as I said, this is a friendly debate, so yeah, let's carry on. So guys, another reason why I think road races is quicker, or why road races could be quicker than track races, is that the temperature is 99% of the time more favourable at a road race, and that's because of the time of the year that you can do some road races. So you can do a 5K, 10K in January when it's nice and cool in the UK, like ideal running temperature. Maybe not ideal for sunbathing outside. Whereas the track races, the 5K and 10K track races, they're in summer. It's going to be hot, and I don't think that's the ideal conditions. Maybe in the evening it's a bit better, but if you're doing, so for those of you who watched the comeback 5K on the track at Battersea Park the other day, there's athletes that could have ran comfortably sub 15 that didn't get anywhere close to it, just because I think the heat maybe played a part. So I think the temperature is much more kind of favourable on road races for running quick. So guys, let's move on to some reasons why I think track could be quicker than road. And then at the end, I've got some actuals. I asked my followers what they thought. and I can get you the results of that poll, and we'll see basically whether that kind of coincides with what I've been saying. So anyway, the first reason I've got for why track races are quicker than road races is because I find that typically the competition at track meets is much better. So all of the world records in the world are set on track, especially if it's a like event that you do on both. So like a 10K, the road record is slower than the track record, and I think that's just because the quality of meets are better on track. Everyone goes to the to the Olympics or the world champs to do the track 5K, the track 10K, but there isn't that sort of equivalent on the road. So there never seems to be that sort of field of top athletes like pushing to try and beat those barriers. You do get some kind of world record attempts where athletes kind of give it a go and see if they can take on the records, but it's always kind of, in my opinion, it's always a little bit half-hearted. They're on their own. They might have a pacer for the first half of the race, but in terms of like records being set, I think they're just always set at track meets, because the competition is much higher. People prepare for them much more. They know, right, Olympics is this summer, world champs is this summer, or whatever. Whereas especially the road races, they seem to change every year, especially with COVID. The road races have changed quite frequently. But yeah, kind of going off on a bit of a tangent here. But hopefully that point's made sense. So let's move on to the next one. So guys, the next reason why I think track could be quicker than road is the surface you're running on. If you compare a track surface to a road surface, the track is much more spongy and it does feel like it gives you a bit more back. Some people prefer the hardness of a road. It feels more responsive, like you just you snap off of it because it's just a hard surface. Whereas a track, you might feel like you sink a little bit more. I'm not saying it's soft or anything like that, but yeah, that's definitely one reason why people might think that track racing is a little bit quicker, because it's soft, and it seems to kind of give you like a bit of like bounce back, so you don't lose as much energy. So that's definitely a reason why track could be quicker. So yeah. So guys, the next reason why I think track could be quicker than road, and that is because of the recent introduction of wave light technology. You've seen a similar thing with like the Breaking 2, where they had the light on the car, but that's actually illegal in road races, so you can't actually use lights on the back of a car to project times or anything like that. I'm not sure what that reason is for. I don't see how it's any different to a track wave light, but yeah, so basically for any of you that don't know, some tracks have this wave light technology where a light follows around the inside of the track and it's set to a specific time. It's normally a world record or European record or something like that, and athletes can stick to that, so they know that if they're in front of it, they're ahead of world record pace, and if they're behind, they're slower. And I think that definitely contributes to running quicker on track, because you know what pace you've got to stick to. If you get to that last lap and you're with the wave light for the world record, you're going to beat it. There's just no way in hell you're going to get to the last lap and then let it go. So yeah, I'm not going to go into too much detail about each individual points. I'm sure you can gather what I'm trying to say. So yeah, wave lights is another reason why I think track racing could be quicker. Some of the reasons for and against both. My overall opinion might surprise some of you, but I actually think road is much quicker than track. In my personal opinion, I've done 5Ks on both. I'm yet to do a 10K, but I just think road is far quicker than track. I don't think it's even close. Despite the world records being quicker on track, as I said, I think that's due to some of the competition that you get on track. It's just higher standard. But yeah, my Instagram followers, I asked them all on a poll, and this was the result. So 60% voting for track, which actually surprised me. I thought more people would go for road. But yeah, I definitely think road is quicker, and there's no doubt in my mind. For me personally, I'd feel more confident going into a road race. A track race does still feel a bit more of like a mental battle. Not that I'm mentally weak, I feel like I've got that good mental strength. But yeah, that's going to be the end of today's video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this little debate.
Hey guys, so I'm really sorry about this, but when I was editing the footage, I've realised that this last little clip is just corrupted. So I'll just quickly sum up what I was saying. Yeah, sorry, I'm in bed, so haven't got the same clothes on anymore. But yeah, so basically, we're really getting close to 2,000 subscribers. You guys are absolutely smashing it at the moment. And then when we do hit 2,000 subscribers, I'm doing a giveaway. I'll explain a little bit more about it in a future video, because it hasn't all kind of come together yet, but I'm hoping it's going to be pretty cool. Lots of little brands involved, and you guys will have the chance to win something pretty cool, I think. So yeah, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, so I've got 2 races booked. I've got Watford 3K on the 4th of May, and the big one, which is the night of the 10K, is on the 14th of May. So stay tuned for those. And this Friday night, I'll be up at the Friday Nights Under the Lights 5K. I think that's the name. I'm not racing, but I'll be supporting a lot of my friends that are doing it and just showing my face and hopefully getting a lot of footage for you guys. So yeah, if any of you guys are going down there on Friday, look out for me and come and say hello if you see me. But that's it for today's video, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share with your running buddies. Let's get to 2K. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.